Welcome, beautiful friends! Woohoo! Woohoo! Here we are, babe.
Here we are, all of us.
Hey, friends. Cindy and I find ourselves on the banks of the what would call Twin Lakes near Clemson, South Carolina.
Yes.
We're making our way northward to North Carolina, where we will spend most of our summer. We'd like to welcome each of you from wherever you are. Before we get to Angela's request that she posted on BBIP, I just want to celebrate the resurrection of the Christ, which is our light, which is this vast field of what we call spacious presence. We could call it God. We could call it mystery. We could call it Christ mind. We could call it our Buddha nature. We could call it anything. No words, no labels will ever define it, but we can abide in it, identify with it, so much so that the light of our individuated consciousness merges with that infinite field of light and potential, and give that infinite potential what some people call love, what I call mystery and freedom. Let it express through us. Let it inform our every perception. Let it inform all of our choices. Let it inform all that we are. And we are each resurrected in the same way that the Christ was, the restoration of our identity, one with the source, as infinite, individuated, creative aspects of that one limitless light. And as it was resurrected in that one that we call the Master, the Christ, because it is just one, so was it within us. In that moment of his realization and recognition and resurrection, the one Christ mind, the one field of potential, the one light, realized its nature universally. We might all be a couple of years later down the seeming timeline coming into our own acceptance of what already is, not through our attainment, not through our striving and efforting, but by our recognition that I am. And that I is that vast, infinite field of light or presence. And the am is the individuated aspects that each of us are and all things are. So celebrate that what we are as Christ, as presence, as light, is resurrected in all beings. So we can celebrate that equality and let go of eons worth of individual attainment through striving and effort. Individual separate accomplishment. We can rest in a wholeness that is already whole. We can celebrate our true identity is already resurrected. We need only claim it, abide in it, identify as it, and give its love and freedom unique expression through each of us. There's no way to screw it up. There's no way to get freedom wrong. We've all played freedom in limited ways. And you know what? It worked for every one of us because it brought us together to seek limitlessness. We foundered ourselves. We indulged ourselves in limitation long enough that something within us said, I will have limitation no longer. I claim, choose, and express my infinite nature. So take a really deep breath. On the exhale, let it out. Another really deep inhale. Let that one go. On this last breath, breathe the breath for every being that has ever been. Draw forth the resurrection of all beings in that one mighty breath. And as you let it go, just say, I am free. I am free. I am free. And let the gnosis, the truth of that, not as an intellectual concept, but as the very ground of your infinite eternal being, let that knowing arise in you and dance into every corner of your mind, vibrate in every strand of DNA in that ever-present body, ripple like waves across a pond through all past and all future. Could it be that this has been here the whole time? Could it be that we've been playfully ignoring our eternal nature just for the wondrous curiosity of what does limitation feel like? What does it taste like? What experiences can be had in limitation? Each of us has a Akashic record chock full of magnificently limited experiences. So much so that we've all said, I've had enough. I choose to join my brother, the Master, and all beings who have claimed what's eternally true for all beings. Sometimes it's said there is only love, and that's the only thing that's real. We have some crazy ideas about what that means. It's simpler for me to say there is only freedom, and that is all. Infinite free expression, all potentials. How can there be sin in freedom? How can there be guilt in freedom? How can there be need truly in freedom? Wow. That's a pretty sexy introduction, don't you think? Would you like to add anything there, Miss Resurrection?
I would. It struck me that our last song before we began was the New Jerusalem.
By Carly Simon. Beautiful song.
We used to think of the New Jerusalem as a place, a point in time in which there would be heaven on earth. And this song is beautiful. And yet we are already that. And it is now. And there is, for this one, so much joy and gratitude for our gathering. that we might know our own truth and see it in each other. So I thank you all for being part of this.
Woohoo! Honey, you do resurrection as sexy as anybody I've ever known.
Okay. I'll take it.
And so do you guys. Okay, so I want to talk, I posted in our email about today's session, referring to Jesus's beautiful parable about building your house on the rock rather than on the sand. The rock being that which is eternal, our consciousness, our life, our presence. The sand being the things of time and space that come and are not solid or not stable, that are constantly being moved and shifted by the perpetual change of time and space. And then it just so happens that that very same morning, JM posted a quote from some of his early years' work from Yeshua, where Yeshua was asking in a wonder question, what would it be like to be the presence of the peace of God, undisturbed, unchanged, unaltered? I'm paraphrasing the question, by the way. No matter what situation or circumstance is happening around you. What would it be like from that moment forward to live in that state of being? Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I first heard that, my mind went to, then these conditions must exist. I can't feel this. I can't feel that. I shouldn't feel this. I shouldn't feel that. Blah, 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 blah. You know, all these rules and conditions. But what if that's, of course, impossible? Because the peace of our light, this unique, individuated, eternal presence that we've called spacious presence, is effortlessly here now. All change happens within it, but it never alters or changes spacious presence very nature, or our individuated light. Thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, experiences come and go, bodies come and go, worlds come and go, but that eternal light never changes. It merely illuminates what's happening. So this is why he says it's a tiny gap. This is why he says this is a journey back to where we've never left, because that's always been present. But we've given all of our attention, we've used our light to focus through the body and show us only the temporary. And if we only know and perceive the temporary, we're building our house on the sand. But when we claim our spacious self, when we claim our individuated light that never changes and is vast and infinite, then we can be in the world of change, but not of it. We can be the conscious presence of an unalterable peace in the midst of all change. So we can free our minds from, if I were really there, this situation or circumstance wouldn't be happening. We can liberate our mind from, if I were in Christ's peace, I wouldn't be feeling anything negative. That's bullshit. You can feel and experience those things without identifying as them and judging that they shouldn't exist. Because in freedom, my friends, in love, my friends, there are no limits. So this is merely a resurrection of our true identity. And this is nothing different than you guys have heard. It's nothing different than you've thought. But what we've done in BBIP 2.0
Oh,
is we've made it experiential. We've taken those ideas and concepts and we've entered into a palpable feeling communion with that presence. We've learned to awaken our light to perceive and know a spaciousness that is transcendent of form. So nothing in form has to change. Nothing in your mind has to change. Nothing in your body or your life or your mate has to change before you can be the presence of peace. You actually already are. All things, everyone is presently the presence of peace, but they might be ignoring it, which means they might be asleep to their eternal nature. Great, big deal. We were free to do it. They're free to do it. No problem. So it's not because we effort more with our minds or we bear down with such tenacity of belief and effort in our minds about a belief. It's because we abandon the mind as our master, as our identity, because the mind ebbs and flows, comes and goes. And we rest in our unique, individuated light and expand into that vast and infinite presence, which is love, which allows all things, trusts all things, embraces all things. No longer as ideas, no longer as concepts, we can liberate ourselves from the efforting to achieve our ideas of what those things are, and we can rest in the mystery and the majesty of what is given freely, that requires nothing. Simply is. Wow. My God. I mean, could it get any better? So in BBIP, we showed doorway after doorway after doorway. Together we crossed thresholds using silence and sound, spaciousness and form. What else? There was another one. Whatever. Anyway, there are multiple doorways. Jeshua's very clear. There's a journey to the kingdom or the queendom, and then there's an eternal unfolding within it. Friends, you've entered into the queendom. You've entered into the kingdom. The only thing that prohibits us abiding there is the beliefs and the images and the idols we have in our mind that say, oh, no, it's supposed to be something else. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to feel this way. Oh, no, I'm supposed to be able to do this. Whatever those idols are that we have and keep in our mind and we cherish, draw us back into the mind, and it's efforting and it's striving to become the spaciousness, the peace, the light which already is. So to Angela's question, what would it feel like to identify as these eternal natures, as this light and this vast spaciousness? We each have that choice in every moment. It's a matter of self, and we are each utterly and absolute authorities of what we claim as ourself. We're free to claim the temporary and all the experiences and the fear and the drama and the birth and the death that comes with it. And we're just as free to claim the eternal and all the peace and joy and ease that comes with it. Neither choice is right or wrong. Neither choice is better or worse. They just create different experiences. What do you choose? And as much as we would like to say, oh, I've made that choice and I never have to choose again. Well, every moment is a new beginning. Every moment is a new choice to abide as light and spaciousness in expression of freedom, or as a body mind striving and seeking to get free. It's always our choice. Always. The truth is never withheld from us, but we are great, great masters of denial. Oh. So I hope that addressed, Angela, some of your wonder question. There's not an understanding about it that will ever get you there. It's the lived experience. Can I be in an inner state of peace while my mind is raging in judgment and condemnation? Can I rest in spaciousness while my body is contracted against the cold weather? Of course we can. The question is, do we choose to? Peace is free, and it's always given us. It's always here, always our choice. So the wonder question is an invitation to live it. Not, as Lewis so beautifully said, not a new intellectual contemplation. Well, let me imagine, what would that be like? What would be required? What would have to change? And before you know it, you've wasted 5 hours thinking about it, when in an instant you could have abided in it. You could have rested in light and presence and been in discovery of all the potentials that move through your field of awareness any given day. Being in this world, but not of it. Free to experience the highs, the lows, the joys, the tears, the drama, the trauma, from a place of vast and perfect peace. If anybody hasn't read Nan's beautiful post that she put on, it's one more of her brief and succinct resurrected Christ manifestos of truth. I have had the pleasure of being in Nan's presence when she has delivered these on many subjects, but she embodies it as well as anyone I've ever seen. I would encourage you to read it, because she's speaking from that state of love and freedom that embraces all things, that's free in the earth, not from it, that's free in experience, not from it, that's peace with all that is, not because form, poof, and the universe disappear. So everybody take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And as you feel into that presence within you, that spaciousness, that utterly simple, totally indefinable sense of self that was there before you were born, that will be there after this body transitions, rest there And as you know this, know that you can share that knowing with each of us gathered here together, and feel that exchange. You're knowing for yourself and receiving the knowing for everyone else, and offering your knowing to all, so that knower and known become one. Now, without any effort, extend that knowing, not with words in your mind, but with a wider embrace, a deeper relaxation into that presence. Share that knowing with all of existence. Touching every being that has ever incarnated. Reaching from the source within to the very distant edges of manifestation as it rolls forward. Feel and know your unique ability to know the fullness of the embrace of existence. And as you give it, open to receive the echo, the response, the knowing that every blade of grass sings in response, that every star in the heavens warmly responds, that every being at the depth of our union responds with an embrace. How is it that we can be this and know this while being a body, sitting in a chair, laying on a couch? It can only be because we are that one vast, infinite field of being, of experience, of potential, of freedom, of love. We are found, friends. We are found as the God within us knows the same God within each and all beings. We are found. And what gift would we give each other but freedom, but joy? Go forth, choose freely, experience whatever you will. For all that you are, have been, or ever will be will expand my infinite nature. Could I have anything but gratitude for you? Could I have anything but celebration for the uniqueness of your journey? No others in creation is like Wendy's, or Joyce's, or Lewis's, or Keldwin. Each one a beautiful, perfect gift, uniquely created, infinitely shared, if you choose to give fully of yourself to yourself. How will you choose to extend that truth? How will you choose to embody that gratitude? How will you individually choose to express that peace? It might be by your simple presence. It might be by sharing comforting words. It might be by resurrecting the dead. Who knows? What will you choose, my friend that is God? Show me yourself. Reveal all that is to me through you. No beliefs necessary, no judgments ever, no protracted purification required first, just the simple power of your choice. So let your eyes gently open, but don't let go of that inner embrace. Just because we open our eyes, we don't have to abandon that oneness. We don't have to leave the kingdom, queendom. We don't have to fall into finiteness. And look upon each one here in their resurrected state. Because you are resurrected, so are they. It can't be any other way. And with that, friends, the gift that BBIP 2.0 is from Cindy and I is complete. What more could we share? What more could we offer other than what already is? We could go on and on and on and seek more and more doorways, seek deeper and deeper intellectual understandings. We don't choose to do that. We abide in presence with each of you, and we bid you come play with us. Come be equals. How might we co-create expressions of love and freedom and peace and never meet each other again as seekers? Never look upon each other as having a need that has to be fulfilled. Never questioning another's truth because of how they freely choose to express. Merely honoring and celebrating. Behold, the Christ appears before me, and I love and celebrate this one. We've given all we have to give. We've offered all that we were shown about how to enter in, how to come into attunement, how to claim, how to accept. It's your journey now. A journey not seeking, but a journey radically, radically stinking free. So mind-blowingly free, it's hard to choose sometimes because your finite choices seem too damn small. All we can give you is ourself, and that we freely give eternally. The Master said once, I go to prepare a place for you. We've all entered into that place. We've all entered into freedom. We've all entered into the knowing of peace. And he simply said, come to where I am. We're here. We're now. He turns to each of us and says, now what, friends? It's not up to him. It's up to us. He's joyfully about the expression of his freedom. And presently, he chooses to express it not on earth. He's free. But we have the unique ability and privilege to express it while on earth. Wow! And Sarah will express it in a way that is uniquely her. Christine will express it in a way that's uniquely her. Diane and Judy will likewise express it in ways that are uniquely them. Let us celebrate the uniqueness and not seek safety through conformity, through only like-minded, nice behaviors, but radically free and unlimited expression. We so deeply honor your journeys. We so deeply thank you for abiding with us in this 16 or so weeks that we've spent together. You've gifted us the ability to share and gift what we were given. Now, friends, we invite you and encourage you to be free in that discovery yourself. You can connect, you can abide, you can be curious, you can be in wonder, you can be in discovery. You don't need anyone or anything outside of you. So we honor, thank, sing, and appreciate.
Yes, it says in the Bible that God commanded us to go forth and multiply. And we all thought that was to have more children. But what if the invitation really was to go and amplify our experience, expand the knowing of ourselves? Because that's God's nature. And as God, we are invited to venture forth and express and experience and delight in creation. So the invitation is still alive today. Go forth and multiply.
Woohoo!
So while we won't be gathering formally, you are most welcome. You know where we are. You're most welcome to drop us a line with a question or something that you'd like to share. Facebook page is going to be open, and that's available still as a platform for us to share with one another. And if there is a call for that, it is possible.
And please share your joys and celebrations and discoveries. And if you want to call us up with your oh fucks, great. We'll take those too. We don't mind. We don't care. It's all okay with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends.
Play well.
Yes. And guess what? We love you with an infinite love.
And a perfect peace.
And we know you love us that way too. Oh,
how lovely.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to put everybody on screen. I see Anya waving. You know, there's something so profound about realizing oneself with others. It actually requires others. We can't really do it. It's when we see it in each other, we know it in ourselves. And I can't tell you the joy and the honor of looking and seeing your shining, smiling, sometimes sleepy faces as we've done BBIP together. It's really an honor and a privilege. So friends, you have everything you need. You have everything you could ever need. And what you think you may need, you can bring to you by the simple use of your sovereign free will and choice. May we all find playmates. May we all find those who have also claimed, so that we can come together and create and express and dance and sing. And none of us will give a shit about beliefs. None of us will contrast our pathways, and we won't need to quote scriptures. We'll just be. So with that, we bid you a glorious and eternal hallelujah. You are free. You are free. You are free. While I'm
Love
waiting,
you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to thank Linda for doing all the
Thank you.
transcriptions. Thank you, Linda. And thank you, Joan and Rivka, for backup recording. And thank you all for participating.
Thank you.
Play well,
Thank you.
friends.
Love
It's
you
been
guys.
wonderful.
Enjoy your summer.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, folks. We have an addition to the video from tonight's session. We mentioned a couple of posts that were on Facebook, and since some of you don't participate in Facebook, we thought we'd actually read those posts so you have them for references for what we've already spoken to.
So here's the one from Nan.
Hello, Heart Buddies. From a field of profound, pulsing, celebratory peace, I feel to share with you a recognition of truth so intimately known as to be nothing else but the self, eternally rebirthing in love's creation. I've been merrily tiptoeing through the tulips of this calendar year, being the capping of 3/4 of a century. So I'll be moving on in May to begin the savoring of the closing of the last 1/4 gap and round it into 100. Ha ha ha. Anyway, during those years, I've packed a whole lot of living throughout the spectrums of the social, economic, sexual, geographic, cultural, and whatever the hell else you'd like to name it. And it's only been in the last couple of years that I have discovered, grown into, and now revel in a comfortable knowing of each and every moment and its many, many faces, disguises, expressions, masks, evasions, fears, and celebrations as being perfectly and naturally human. A few years ago, I was striving to understand, wishing to see, grasping to conform to a nonconformity, hoping to know, wanting to get it. I was performing. Then one day I noticed some crows flying, and I told them that in the oneness that we shared, that I was going to truly relish and savor and recognize the experience of being human, just as they were being birds. Trees were witnessing as trees, and every being in every possible realm and dimension of creation was experiencing and witnessing and celebrating. Gradually, not even realizing how natural it was, I found myself in such a place of peace. I'm not talking about emotional uniformity or dullness of experience, for I still am living through troughs and canyons of sadness, heights of exhilaration, and the myriad of emotions in between. I'm talking about the peace that flows from the knowing that these are truly human experiences, and that in allowing every human being to express every possible emotion in every possible activity, whether it seems an aberration, depravity, void, or saintliness, it still remains their sovereign right of expression in that given moment. I celebrate it as a human expression, no matter how I may see the action, inaction, in a moral sense. I marvel rather than judge. It has been in this savoring of the endless power and possibilities of experience, expression, and witness that I find the jubilant stillness of peace. It is in the being present to the very choice itself of experience that I discover the joy that prompts the gratitude to the self for its endless recognition. Yahoo!
Woohoo, indeed.
Yahoo indeed. Is this one?
Yeah, so here is Lewis's comment that was on Facebook.
All of these wonder questions are not to produce more thinking. They are not intellectual exercises. They are those pebbles dropped into the still waters of the ocean that you are. Imagine a still mountain lake, like a mirror reflecting the passing clouds, or reflecting a full moon in a cloudless sky. Into those undisturbed waves, into that utter quietude, your pebbles create a ripple ever expanding. Yet that water, that lake, remains ever what it is. You are boundless ocean, experiencing itself in myriad of experiences.
Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. Come, the new Jerusalem. Silver cities rise, the morning lights, the streets that lead them, and sirens call them on with a song. It's asking for the taking, trembling, shaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, running on the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. We, the great and small, stand on a star and blaze a trail of desire through the darkling dawn. It's asking for the taking. Come run with me now, the sky is the color of blue you've never even seen in the eyes of your lover. My heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, running on the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. the new generation.